What's up? What's up, guys? My name is Krudd, and welcome to the first video of the channel. Very, very exciting. And I haven't made a YouTube video in like a minute. I'm trying to get back into it, you know, just because I feel like I've improved a lot in my producing and music and songwriting type of stuff. So since the last time I made a video, so no, yeah, this is the first video. It's gonna be a simple video. You know, just kind of, I'm gonna be going over a remix that I made over Audrey Hobert's song Silver Jubilee.
Yeah, I'll take a shot, I'ma pour one out. I'ma fall in love just to find out.
I got put on and it slapped, and I thought it could use some like hyper pop / emo type of fucking shit type of remix. So we're just gonna be going over that and let you know my processes behind it, especially when it just comes to remixing specifically, and you know, like the nature of it and everything. The song is available on SoundCloud, or this remix I should say. So if you want to listen to it, go ahead and listen to it. It's pretty sick. Like I said, it's gonna be a short video. Let's go ahead and hop into the mix. So yeah, I heard the song and I thought it'd be really cool to have to, like, you know, make a remix. I made this remix. I would have fucking recorded me making this, but it didn't even cross my mind. Sometimes as like a producer or like an artist, it's not, I wouldn't even say it's hard, but like making content and stuff and thinking about recording stuff like camera wise and all that for the sake of content, it can be kind of difficult in the sense of, you know, you just want to sit down and make your shit. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck, like I do want to make the content, but making the art kind of like, it takes over, you know what I mean? So you don't really think about it until after it's made. So that's on me. But I feel like, you know, just kind of going over what I already made, you know, as you can see here, there's kind of a lot going on. I'm not the most organized person when it comes to my arrangement. As you can clearly see, I have a lot of muted stuff. It's like everywhere, but so I'll just go over it, you know, from beginning to end, kind of give you an insight on what I was thinking and whatnot. And then what you could do to kind of apply to like your own beats, your own music, or if you just, you know, if you want to make a remix, it's chill. Just kind of use hyperpop just as like a blanket term. Let me know in the comments what you think this shit is, because I have no fucking idea. No, yeah, I definitely kind of wanted to do a kind of a minimalistic kind of drop for it, and then like the verses and the pre-choruses and whatnot have a little more flutter to them, a little more melody. And yeah, that's just, you know, I definitely just wanted it to be knocking. So yeah, so I start off with this right here. Type of vibe. This is a sample, yeah, it's an electric guitar sample that I just cut up and fucked with. Whenever it comes to anything music related, dog, you know, it's your playground, you know what I'm saying? You can, like, you know, there's a lot of discourse about whether sampling or not makes you a real producer, and it fucking does. Now obviously, if you're just throwing a bunch of loops together, you're not really doing anything with it. You're not changing the key, you're not changing like the tempo. It's just drag and drop, and then you record over it. At that point, it's like, all right, bro, that's literally like one step away from making AI music. To be honest, there's like no real effort in that, so I can see that. But you know, as long as you're being creative with your samples, you're cutting it, you're chopping it, you're adding distortion, chorus, reverb, you know what I'm saying, then it's your playground. It really doesn't fucking matter. Like, you know, as long as it sounds good to you and you know, like, oh, I really did this, and it's like, it's a vibe. So that's like the starting loop, and then I layer it with guitar that I recorded. This is a guitar. Super basic palm mutes, and then I also put, this is also a loop splice, a splice loop. And it's, shit, let me fix my fucking posture real quick, hold up. It's the drum loop. It's a pretty blown out sample, low key, so I had to put it pretty low on the mixer, but this is all of that together. type shit. You know, it builds a lot of tension. I'm a sucker for tension. If you want to make like a good song, tension is the name of the game. You know what I mean? Build a lot of tension. But once you build that tension, make sure you can deliver. This is with the acapella now.
I've been working for the man, but I got other plans tonight. I hit the first flight out of here. All these guys in LA aren't my type. And Savannah's 25. I'm a left man in my own. Stays quietly, sips daiquiri, so confiscated, rolling. It's a hard knock life. I'll bet you we survived.
Type shit, you know, it builds a lot of tension and everything, and it really, I feel like it really ensnares. It could really ensnare the listener. So that's that. The fucking acapella. The original BPM was 144. If you're in FL, if you double click, right click time, auto detect, type in the BPM, the tempo it'll match the tempo of whatever you have your project set as. So if you change the tempo, it will always remain in tempo. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to cut up. When it comes to like samples and acapellas and that things, you have to cut up and kind of stretch and decompress and all that to really get it, because sometimes it just gets off. But I didn't have to do that with this one. So yeah. And like I said, I wanted to build tension and then have like a pretty minimalistic drop. So, and really kind of have the vocals carry the drop. The vocals and the kick drum. No vocals. You know, and that already sounds pretty fire without the vocals, you know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, just drum, snare, no hi-hat, and really not a lot of percussion. I did add a couple of glitches, and I also reversed the kick at some points for like a little sweep. You hear that? I wanted like a whoa, like a voom foom kind of vibe. And then for the lead, a one shot from fucking Splinter Fragments pack from Splice. It's a really good pack. I love it. Yeah. Lowered the attack or slowed down the attack a little bit, so it's not like a dun 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 dun. It's like a and then I'm also using Kickstart for sidechain for pretty much all the melodies except the vocals too. So sounds pretty fire. I put Destructor. Love this plugin. This plugin is so fire. Destructor. I turned off the filter, the chorus, the speaker, put it on Crusher, and then like did this. You know, when it comes to stuff like this, first of all, I'm a sucker for distortion. I love distortion, fast distortion, fruity fast distortion, whatever distortion plugins you have. Do not be afraid to like slam that bitch and make it as ugly as fucking possible, because like sometimes it just comes out super fucking cool. And also I use this free reverb plugin, which is pretty fucking cool. It has a bunch of stuff. I think this is just the default preset, so it kind of gives a bit of atmosphere. This is this without it, and then with it. It's very really subtle, but if you listen to the tail end of it, you can kind of hear it like in like the background. It just puts it in a room, and it makes it pretty immersive. So yeah, that's the drop. And then like the only percussive stuff I put were some glitches. I think I just used the same glitch. You know, it kind of drives a certain kind of rhythm and makes it kind of... You know, if the way I see it, if the listener's kind of pulling away from it, it can kind of just come back, you know? So yeah, this with the vocals. So arrangement wise, I had nothing go here, so the vocals could come in and really, you know, show off.
I'ma put my drink up, it's drinks up now. I'ma tell my sister she's perfect. Yeah, I'ma live it up like my life starts now. When can you could miss it, it's over, it's all night. Yeah, I'ma take a shot, I'ma pour one out. I'ma fall in love just to find out.
Like, I definitely wanted to go for like a groovy kind of vibe, and fucking yeah, that's you know, that's like the main bit. And then I feel like, given like the nature of the song, you should do whatever the fuck you want with acapellas, bro. Make whatever genre, da 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 da. So I basically mashed two genres together. So right after this is a more poppy, pop punk kind of vibe.
Now, thinking you could miss her, it's over, it's alright. I'll be your one that gets by with t-shirts and throwing them back. Do you want the juice? I'll give it to you like.
You know, honestly, you wouldn't think it would work, but it works here. You know, and when it comes to like the hyper pop genre, in a sense, especially the kind of music that Break-Ins makes and Haylog, yeah, you know, they have a lot of mix of, and 100 Gex too. They'll mix acoustic drums and like a more fucking programmed drums together in their songs. So, you know, hyper pop and emo stuff, they go hand in hand. They honestly go hand in hand. You can't really fail. So I use the drum loop, obviously. I usually program my own. First of all, I can't play the fucking drums. I usually program my drums, but lazy. Sometimes when you make a song, and in this case, I definitely feel a lot more comfortable programming my actual drum. Maybe the next video I can actually do that. Yeah, next video I will fucking program my own drums for this part, so it could just sound better. It sounds good, but it could sound better. So yeah.
Now, thinking you could miss her, it's over, it's alright. I'll be your one that gets by with t-shirts and throwing them back. Do you want the juice? I'll give it to you like.
But honestly, like these drums, this is a really good loop. Like it sits in nice. The drums I use for like the drop again, they're not that great. Check it.
Like you, we survived, and if we end up together, then I was right. Because I'll put my drink up, it's drinks up now. I'll tell my sister she's perfect. Yeah, I'll live it up like my life starts now. Thinking you could miss it, it's over, it's all night. Yeah, I'll take a shot, I'm a bored one.
Yeah, so obviously like there's a certain energy, and like the verse drums, it drops drastically. So yeah, definitely next video I'll fucking make them a little more succinct. You know, even the downfalls of you know, my own processes, you guys get to see that too, because this is real shit, dog. So yeah, literally for the guitars, I do 2 palm mutes, left, right, bass. Now, honestly, I don't own a bass, so I usually record on my guitar and then pitch it down. But I also have this amp simulator called GTR Solo Rack Stereo, and it's pretty good. It has amp sims right here. Boom, 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 boom. Pick whatever you want, amp type, bass, and just play with them, see what sounds you get. It's pretty good. You know, like I said, I don't own a bass, so it's hard to replicate bass when you don't have a fucking bass. But at least I'm actually playing, and I'm not using like a VST amp simulator or bass simulator. So, and then this is how I usually, like my more rock songs, I will layer guitars on guitars. So these are panned hard left and right, and then these are halfway panned. So it kind of just gives a lot of weight. It gives weight to the song. And then I also added a little fucking riff. Very shitty hammering, I will say. I remember when I recorded this, it was just, you know, it sounded cool, so I recorded it. You know, even if it wasn't the best, it sounded really cool, so I put it in. Why not? That with everything.
End up together, then I was right. Because I'll put my drink up, it's drinks up now. I'll tell my sister she's perfect.
Right? And then the loops I'm using honestly don't even match the vibe to the way I wanted them to, right? I mostly just use these because it's crisp. The recording is really crisp and really clear, but it doesn't match this at all. This one's a lot more like garagey and stuff. This one's just super, super clean. But you know, it works for now. And then a little halftime action, you know what I'm saying? You know, like the idea is there, but the drums aren't hitting. So definitely got to fix that. That on top of the, it definitely introduces a new energy to the song, to this remix that I just really, really fucking like. And then this bridge thing, I bring it back. I bring back the first initial chopped guitar. Because this is like a pre-chorus. So it's like... You know, tension. You know, you bring back sounds that were in the beginning of the song. You put it in the middle, and it's like a callback. Like, oh shit, this is still that song. You know what I mean? It keeps people interested, you know? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna add these palm mutes back too.
Make it down, make it down. If I'm being honest, I don't really party, I just sit at home. But, well, maybe for the sake of the story, I'll throw it back to the chorus, so here you go. I'ma put my drink up, I'ma tell my sister.
Now for this bit, I do essentially copy and paste the first drop, but within the vocal, there's a lot going on in the vocal.
I'ma put my drink up.
Like there's a lot of vocal like harmonies and there's a lot of shit in this part. I honestly like the lead that I have here. I don't know why there's two. I took it out. It's just bass and drums in the vocals because the vocals really take over in this. So
I'ma put my drink up. I'ma tell my sister your secret. I'ma live it up like I'ma take a picture to prove it. I'll be ripping shots all night, dance to the music. I'ma live it up like my life starts.
So now it's like, because this last hook of the song is sung differently and there's a lot more harmonies and melodies within it, you can, you know, definitely get away with taking a lot from the initial drop to kind of let it essentially breathe and let it really take the forefront and get the listener immersed. But towards the end, it goes kind of back to normal. So I'm gonna put this back.
Dance to the music. I'ma live it up like my life starts now. Thinking you could miss it, it's over, it's alright.
And yeah, that's the song. Perfect timing because my fuck ass light died. But nah, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next video, I am going to perfect the drum part of this song. No, yeah, I just wanted to let you know with like my mindset on this, and this is pretty much how I go on the mindset I have with a lot of songs that I do, no matter really what the genre is. It's all about getting creative. But thank you guys, I appreciate it. First video completed. Could this be the song of the summer? Goodbye.